This video is sponsored by Grammarly. You don't have to tell me, but I know that you're watching this video to procrastinate and put off studying that one subject you don't like. Because you look really guilty right now. Hey besties, it's Faye. This will be an unintentionally motivational video where I give you 6 unique yet effective study tips that actually work. I will be explaining how to study a subject you don't like and score well in it. Tip number 3 and 6 are tips that I've not heard on YouTube so far, so be sure to watch till the end of the video to know what those are. First, the traffic light technique. The traffic light technique is usually used in project management, but I think it's super useful for identifying what you're weak at and how to work on it. So get a piece of paper and write down all your topics. You can also choose to write down your subtopics if you want, but if that gets too overwhelming, just stick to writing down your topics. Then use a red pen or a highlighter and make a dot next to the topics, followed by orange and green. Then draw a line at the side. This line is for you to write down your action. Red color means that you don't understand this topic at all. Orange means that you kinda understand it, but you're still unsure. And finally, green means that you fully understood the topic. You're 100% confident. Now, tick your respective levels of understanding for each topic. If you find that you have ticked every single thing red color, it's okay. It just means that we have to work from top till bottom until everything is green. Now, write down how you'll be improving your understanding and knowledge of the topic on the line. It could be reading pages 6 to 13 of the textbook or doing 6 more practice questions. Be specific. I don't know about you, but for me, the hardest part about studying a subject that I don't like is actually starting. Because I usually don't like a subject due to the fact that I don't understand it. The stress and anxiousness gets even worse when I don't have any plans to correct that. That's why identifying which parts or which topics you're weak at and writing down exactly what you have to do is so useful in trying to make everything seem less overwhelming. That way, once you sit down, you know exactly what you need to do. No more overthinking. Next, you're literally so lucky because we have thousands of tools, apps, and websites out there to help you understand a subject or a concept. And one of the best free tools that I've been using since secondary school is Grammarly. So basically, Grammarly is a digital writing assistant that improves your writing, helps you be more productive, and saves you time. It's super easy to set up. Just download the browser extension and create a free account. If you struggle with writing, then Grammarly's setting goal feature will really help you as it makes sure that whatever you're writing has the right tone and formality. When I was writing my 1,500 word essay for economics, I used Grammarly's word count feature and Grammarly's synonym feature to make sure that my essay stood out. And it also saved me a lot of time because I didn't have to keep googling better words or checking that I had gone over the word count. So since it's back to school season, make sure that you're ready to tackle all your essays by going to grammarly.com/fayfilms to sign up for a free account. And if you want extra features, you can upgrade to Grammarly Premium for 20% off using the link in my description box. Next, what is the absolute minimum you need to do? This is the first tip out of 2 tips in this video that I've not heard on YouTube before. Ask yourself, how little of an activity can you do and still feel the positive effects of participation? This is a concept that I first came across in this Inc. article that I really like. Basically, this whole article talks about something called MED, which is minimum effective dose. This is a term usually used in medicine or pharmacies, but it basically means the smallest dose that will produce the desired outcome. So what is the bare minimum that you have to study to still feel the positive effects of studying? So let's just say you need to study math. You want to do so many things. You want to reread your textbook, rewrite your notes, watch 5 videos explaining the concepts, do 20 pages of practice questions, and do 2 past year papers all in one sitting. Sometimes, all you have to do is watch 2 extra videos, do 5 practice questions, and 1 past year paper. You'll still be improving your understanding of the concepts, but you're not overwhelming yourself with work. sometimes less is more. Of course, only apply this concept of doing the bare minimum to things that you don't like doing, because there will be more times where you actually need to put in more effort. For example, would you want to stay in a house where the architect did the bare minimum to pass his exams? Of course not. I wouldn't. It's gonna collapse, right? So when it's exam season, you'll definitely need to do more. But when you're not in the mood to study something you don't like, then overwhelming yourself with a lot of work is just gonna hold you back. An advertisement might play in the next few seconds, so if you want to support this channel, please do not skip the ads. Thank you! Next, make studying that subject part of your routine every day. I know it sounds exhausting to have to study a subject that you don't like every single day, but let's think about it this way. Instead of studying 3.5 hours straight, try studying for 30 minutes every single day before you go to school. If you just study 1 hour every day, that's 7 hours total in a week. This is exactly what I did for mathematics at a time where I still didn't like the subject. I would just study math for 2 hours every single morning before I went to school, and that meant that I effortlessly studied math for 10 hours every single week. I know you're like, 2 hours? Mathematics in the morning? Sounds like hell. I know it was. But you see, 1 hour passes by way too quickly. I'm really slow when it comes to mathematics, so I can probably only do 1 question, maybe 3 questions if I'm lucky, in 1 hour. So my study session usually stretches to 2 hours. So make studying the subject that you don't like part of your everyday routine. That will take away the need for you to contemplate, do I want to study it today? Because if you do something every single day, you don't have a choice. You have to do it. Next, get an accountability partner. Make friends with someone that is smart and organized and set goals together. For example, hey, can we do the history homework tonight and discuss the questions we don't understand? If you don't do your part, you'll either A. feel guilty, B. disappoint yourself and your study partner, or C. both. You see, it's super easy for us to break our own promises, right? Like we keep telling ourselves that we want to get healthy and start exercising this year, but then you give up the moment you find that the 10-minute app exercise was too hard. Trust me, having someone to hold you accountable works like magic, because there is nothing worse than feeling like you've disappointed a person that has done absolutely nothing wrong and just wants to improve with you. Next, reward yourself proportionally to how long you've studied. This is the next tip that I've not heard on YouTube so far. This is a tip that my history teacher actually gave to my class back when we were in secondary school. Everyone says to reward yourself 5 to 10 minutes after studying, but if your form of a reward is something like gaming or scrolling on TikTok, 5 minutes is simply not long enough. Most of the time, the 5 minutes that you've set for yourself becomes 3 hours because 5 minutes is just not satisfying enough for you. So what my history teacher said was to reward yourself for as long as you studied. If you've studied for 3 hours, then you can game for 3 hours. This study technique actually really helped my history teacher's son study because he would literally study for 6 hours just so he can game for 6 hours. If that's not determination, I don't know what is. This is a tip that I've not heard on YouTube so far, but I really hope that it helps you guys. If you've made it this far, comment down below which subject you don't like studying and why you don't like studying that subject. I'll be sure to reply you with a heart emoji. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell and set it to all so that you do not miss out on any future uploads. Thank you all for 164,000 subscribers, and I see you all in my next video. Bye bye. Don't like further down the what? Oh my god, it's a bird. Bye. First, the traffic light technique. Traffic light technique. Whoa.